Like many of you that own, old Aurora AFX slot cars from the early 70s, some of you may have experienced shattering the blue-bodied AFX cars, the Ferrari 512Ms, as well as the Dodge Daytona cars. Now, both of my Dodge Daytona blue cars, I injured or I damaged. The windshield pillar on this car I had to remake, and I used an old shattered Ferrari 512M body, blue body that happened to match, and I used a sliver, a portion of that old chassis that broke, to repair the window pillar here. In this car, I was removing the body, like normal, like usual, to tune it up, and the whole side came off, above the back wheel, along the upper fender right there, and then right up here at the front pillar, the bottom of the front pillar, it also fractured there, going down to the wheel, right there at the wheel lip. So I had to rebuild a lot of this stuff. First, I used super glue to reattach it all, and then some of the missing shards that just couldn't be put back, I used some enamel paint and mixed it, and fortunately was able to get the mix right. And I just multi-coated it until I built up in areas, and then I'd sand them down and build them up, sand them down like you might with using the old Bondo method. So I finally built it up, and it looks good. Looks very good, from a distance. So I was happy. I was devastated when I did that, because that was a rare car with nice wheels from the factory and everything. It was a lighted car and a plain number 7 car. So I'm glad I, managed to save it. And when I look at it, it looks good enough to where I don't even think about the repair too often. You go up close, of course you can see it, but anyhow, from any reasonable distance, it looks good. And fortunately, these two Ferrari 512Ms, the medium blue ones, the dark blue ones don't seem to suffer the same brittleness issue. But these medium blue ones and the aqua blue ones definitely suffer. And fortunately, these two are okay. But another one I had, the body shattered. I re-glued it and it did it again. And I was running around the track, and it broke to another piece. So anyway, I'm going to show you what I've done to all my Aurora AFX bodied cars that should help prevent any shattering from occurring in the future, including the cars that were already damaged. It really decreases the amount of stress the body sees to get it off the chassis. So I'll be showing you that right now. So I've got my 4 AFX blue bodied cars that, well, at least 2 of them I've damaged them because of how brittle the bodies have become. And anyway, the first one I damaged, I actually pulled the whole side of this car, the door from right there above the wheel well, and also the wheel lip molding on front to that. There was going from here to here, and this from there to there, this whole side came out, similar to another video I saw online where BS Slot Cars, he did a video on a tune-up, and when he attempted to pull the body off of the chassis there, the thing shattered on him. So I've only had this happen with the blue bodied AFX cars, no other ones, not the dark blue, very, very dark blue Ferrari 512Ms. I haven't had any problem with them, but just these guys. I had one of these previously, the flames are like this. It's really great shape, and I took the body off and the thing shattered in my hand. and I was able to get back together, but not perfectly, unfortunately. And then eventually it kept breaking on me, and it was in like several pieces, and it was put back together. And eventually it broke again, and I discarded it after that. So on this particular car here, I took the body off. You know, I used to take them off right here on this side, and ended up snapping the windshield pillar here, right there. And I actually took a sliver from that for a 512M that had matched this color, and created a new pillar. You know, it's not perfect, but it looks pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and take these bodies off the chassis, and then show you guys what I did and what anybody can do to get these bodies off with almost no stress, so that you can prevent shattering the bodies. Now, another thing is, before you do this modification, you're going to need to get the body off the chassis without breaking it. So you're going to want to get a hairdryer and warm up the side of the car that you know that you put the stress on to, pull it apart to get it off the chassis. Get that whole side very nice and warm so that it will not shatter when you pull it off. And then when you get it off, you can do this modification I'm going to show in a second. Okay, first car I'm going to do is this flamethrower Charger Daytona, which these are some of my favorite cars. The first Aurora AFX set we got was Monza Spider, and I got a yellow Daytona Charger in that, a plain number 7, like this one. It was plain, but it was a yellow one. And I missed that car. It disappeared. But anyway, I'm going to show you how much stress I have to put on this body to get it off. Almost nothing. Okay? Very little. Because on the retaining area here, I've sanded down these bumps. Now, I used a file like this, okay? Place it in there. You don't want to go like that, because then you might sand this area. So you want to go like that and go back and forth, sand it down a good bit. I did this side too, but you can get away with just doing the side that you normally remove the body from. So I sanded it down. I hope you can see that that bump's been sanded down a good bit, so I don't have to put much stress on this body in order to get it off. Now let me put the chassis back on. You see it doesn't require much to get back on either. I mean, it's on. That's it. It's on. I'm going to show you how much. Nothing. I mean, it's not going to, and this would shatter, believe me. And I'm going to show you another car that I repaired where the whole side of the car, I broke the whole side. Like I showed earlier, this whole side pulled out. And then I built it. First I used super glue to re-adhere all the parts. And then I got some enamel paints, and I was able to, fortunately, mix the paint so it matched this cool color this car has. It's kind of an aqua, blue-green color. And I kept building up the enamel paints to fill in certain areas that had shattered and were no longer present, and did some sanding and all that. It was a heck of a lot of work, believe it or not. And it's certainly not perfect, but from a distance, the car looks great. And boy, I was so devastated when I broke this car. It's one of my favorites. It's got these nice wheels on it, and beautiful flamethrower car. So I got it back together. Now let's see how much stress it takes to get this body off. It's already been broken. So let's see if I can get it out without, oops, I took it right off, no problem. Because I took off these bumps. The bumps have been taken down. And I did the same on both sides, just in case Somebody else was wanting to remove the body that does it from the other side. So, hey, it's back on, and it doesn't come off. Make sure. Well, anyway, it won't come off under normal conditions while driving it. See? It doesn't come off. I just didn't have it in yet. Okay. Now, what about the this car? This car has not been damaged, fortunately. How much did it take to get that? Almost nothing. So I'm not going to break this car because I've taken down these bumps in here. And you can do the same thing. You take a file, nail file, see if your wife has one, or drop by the dollar store and then get them from there. And just sand those down a bit. Don't take it all down, but sand it down a good bit, and you'll relieve a lot of the stress when removing the body. Of course, there you go. Here I am now. It just didn't take much. It's almost off. So you're not going to break the body with that little amount of stress. So there you go. You got that. And again, when you're warming these up before you've made this modification, you want to warm them up only on the side that you're going to be applying the stress to. You don't need to do both sides. Nothing's going to happen the other side if you don't warm that up, because no stress is being applied there. So warm up the side that you're going to be pulling on, and then once you get the body off successfully, reduce the size of the bumps, and that should help you preserve that body. I know of nothing that you can treat the body with to, bring it back to like when it was new, but I did discover that you can do this and it will prevent you from shattering the car going forward. Okay. Guys, have a good one. Thanks.